Joe Buck going to continue with us here in just a second on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Get in touch with the show anytime through the 1-800-Flowers Twitter feed, at Lebatard Show, at Stugat790. 1-800-Flowers has a great 30 for 30 deal for ESPN listeners. Get 30 beautiful, bright spring tulips for just $30. Perfect for birthdays, anniversaries, or just because. Order now at 1-800-Flowers.com/ESPN.
We're going to break down the West of our tournament with Joe Buck. He enjoys this game. We enjoy this game. So our number one seed in the West, and I want you to just basically say whether you like the seeding or how you feel about it. Just a quick analysis from you because you may disagree with the committee's work in this area. So Oregon is the number one seed. Oregon on our show is represented by
Russell Wilson looks like a dolphin trainer.
Morgan Freeman there. Does Russell Wilson look more like a dolphin trainer or a male cheerleader, Joe?
Yeah, that's a tough one to wade into right there. I mean, that's a tough pick for me to make. I don't love that being a number one seed. With all the gold that's in here,
that's fine.
I don't. So I think Oregon's in trouble in the West.
Okay, that's fine. They're playing Holy Cross or Southern. Holy Cross is represented by
Dan Campbell. Looks like the male orderly at a psych ward.
He really does. He really does.
It's so good.
Or Southern. Southern might get it. So Southern is
Jeff Van Gundy. Looks like a nervous scientist in a sci-fi movie who, after a series of awkward exchanges with the hero, says, "I don't get out much."
Yeah, so I'm picking. That's what you want me to do, is to pick between Oregon and Russell Wilson.
I really don't know what I want you to do, actually. I was disoriented by how bad that Morgan Freeman was from Frank Caliendo. And so...
come on. You don't like that?
No, it was terrible.
I feel like because he's done a better job, yeah.
So I was disoriented by the surprise. I was not aware that they were going to do that. So St. Joseph's, 8 seed. St. Joseph's is represented by...
Jeff Fisher. Looks like a guy in a Leonard Skinner shirt, shotgunning a beer in the infield of a NASCAR track.
I mean, I have them looking at this, and I was emailed this list. I have them going pretty far in the West just because of that. I like that one.
St. Joe's.
Cincinnati represented by
Chris Kaman. Looks like the butler of a haunted mansion.
No, St. Joseph's.
Okay, you don't like Chris Kaman as the butler of a haunted mansion.
No, I like the Jeff Fisher one better.
Okay, fair enough. It's your choice. That's fine. Baylor is
an opinion. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for objecting to your opinion. Baylor, Baylor represented by
Barry Melrose. Looks like a former gladiator who won his freedom and now runs a gladiator ring of his own in a backwater town.
How did you get Caliendo to read all of this? I mean, this stuff is just overwhelming. How long did this take?
Yale is a 12 seed. Yale is represented by
Roger Goodell. Looks like the pastor in a town that is banned dancing.
I'm going Melrose just because it's multi-layered there. I like Baylor in that matchup.
Number 4 seed Duke. This is a good one here. Duke is a good one.
Dana Holgerson looks like that guy your dad punched at Steak and Shake when you were a kid.
He really does.
That actually happened in my life, by the way. It wasn't a Steak and Shake. It was a Dairy Queen.
Who did your dad punch?
Kid, my dad, he went after, I watched it as like a, 14-year-old, him go after a couple of punks that said something about my mom. So this one really hits home with me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like Duke for a lot of reasons.
So wait a minute. I
want more details.
So your father, what happened?
Just my mom was a bit younger than my dad and was a nice looking lady. And two kids were sitting on the curb of the Steak and Shake and had something to say about my mom. And I remember the last thing my dad said. He didn't hit anybody, but the last thing he said was, "I'm going to wrap your two heads together." and then maybe had a word in there. So
wow, I can't really picture that. Was there an undercurrent of hot-headedness in your late father?
Oh, well, yeah, he had a temper, definitely. I have a book coming out in the fall, so that's part of it, that kind of stuff. Everybody, people think they know me because they do these games. You'd think you knew my dad, but he was like a man's man. He was a normal, great, fun guy that was, skilled at broadcasting, but he was a guy you want to hang out with.
You get the cookie and cream shake that day?
I think it was more a brazier burger in my life at that time.
So UNC Wilmington is facing that great story involving your father. UNC Wilmington is represented by
Billy Donovan. Looks like a vampire who woke up in the wrong century.
I love that, and it's good, but I'm going Duke for many reasons here. But I'm going to tell you where you're going right now. Is the winner this is the winner of the West to me.
Wow, you've seen this already. Okay, yeah, you mentioned that they sent you the whole list. They sent you
the whole list. I like to prepare.
Okay,
I like to prepare. But as somebody who is follically challenged, this one is bet Texas in the West.
Okay, I am afraid. Can someone help me? Can someone help me out here? Because I am feeling this like deep in my core, in my bones. I feel like Frank Caliendo's voice is making this decidedly less funny, and it's making me angry. Like as we're doing this, am I the only one experiencing this way?
No, I'm feeling the same thing as you are. I'm just better at faking it.
Okay, because I want to bail on this whole thing right now.
I want Picosi back.
Because I feel like these are being made less funny than they actually are. Through no fault of Frank Caliendo's, through our fault for making him do this in a bad impersonation.
I don't think it's a bad impersonation. I think it's a great impersonation, but the impersonation in my mind is so good, you don't even hear the joke.
All right.
I think.
All right, let's move on. Number 60.
Let me read the Texas one.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is the winner of the West.
Yes, let's do it this way. Let's bail on this. Let's have Joe Buck read these since he's got them in front of him.
I mean, Joe should be producing the show.
Yes. Here we go. Let's go, Joe. See what you got.
Over.
Let's go. Let's go.
Kurt Warner looks like
No.
Oh, you want me to do it as me?
He wants you to do it as Joe Buck.
Not as Morgan Freeman.
No, I have no interest in that.
Okay.
No, I'd like to. No. All right, I'm ready. Here we go.
All right.
Kurt Warner.
No. You back off. We're going to have Picosi do it.
Kurt Warner looks like the man emerging from the pool.
Start again.
Kurt Warner looks like the man emerging from the pool in the after portion of the Rogaine ads.
It is
First
really
of all, I don't
good.
like the way you pronounced Rogaine. It's Rogaine, not Rogaine. Like my wife says quinoa. It's quinoa, right? Or is it quinoa?
Yeah. Kurt Warner, did they send you something of Tim Legler? Tim Legler, does Kurt Warner look like the man emerging from the pool in the after portion of the Rogaine ads more than Tim Legler looks like a man caressing his own face in delight in a razor commercial?
Yeah, I got them both. I like them both. I just like any time Rogaine is mentioned.
All right. Northern Iowa is represented by
Charlie Strong looks like his name is Charlie Strong.
Yeah, that's really good. And Oklahoma, let's go down here to the 2 seed. Oklahoma, what do you got?
Wade Phillips looks like someone you would find on a bottle of barbecue sauce.
It's great, but there's 9 Wade Phillips in here. Poor Wade Phillips and Jim Tomsula.
Oh, they sent you the whole damn tournament. Okay, number 15 seed, Cal State Bakerfield, represented by
Romeo Crennel looks like he just watched his neighbor's dog get eaten by an alligator.
Hey, all of this said, the number 1 seed in the South, KU, Kansas, can't be beat.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. What is the number 1 seed in the South? What is that? Let's see here.
Jim Caldwell looks like the nervous armored car driver transporting his largest and last delivery, suspicious his new partner might be up to something. Jay Cutler is his new partner.
Hey, buddy, you are listening to the Dan Lebatard Show on ESPN Radio.